This is the first episode of the Robbie G podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. This episode here features my good homie Chase. We've been friends for so many years, and it's good to get a chance to talk to him and have him as the first guest on the podcast. I'm sure we'll have him back many more times. This is a conversation for when quarantine first hit and the lockdown shut the whole country down, and we were just, kind of shocked and amazed. So here's the conversation. Thank you guys for listening. Subscribe, share.
Yo, this is the Maestro Fresh West. We chilling with Robbie G.
The 41 Ortiz, and you already know I'm rocking out with my dude.
Yo, what up? It's the Kid Mercules.
Hey, yo, this is the one and only R.A. the Rugged Man.
This your man's Obi Trice.
Yo, this is Double Facts, and you're listening to...
And you're listening to...
Robbie G. Robbie G.
Robbie G.
You already know what it is, man.
That is the reality that all of us face right now, my friend.
Yeah,
No summertime, no anything. Well, I don't know. There'll still be some summertime. The sun will be shining. We just won't be able to have as many activities.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
But,
what do you think, though? What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't know, man. Like I've never really seen anything like this. So, like, the way things are going and the way everyone's acting, like, I feel like this is going to be a fucking ongoing thing for a while, or at least, like, I don't know, man, because, like, I try to think about, like, how long can the economy, like, really, how long can we really, like, have everything shut down until things just start, like, collapsing out of control. Like, I know the government say, like, they have, like, money to, like, help out and, like, do all these things, but I mean, like, that shit can't last for fucking months and months and months. And it's not like you can even borrow money off other countries like countries do, because every other country needs all their money for their themselves. So it's, I mean, like, the money's eventually going to run out, and then, like, planes aren't flying. Companies can't pay for their planes that they've bought unless they're flying. Mm-hmm. And then they go bankrupt, and then, like, how far down the road does this go before you can't recuperate, right? Like, I know it can probably be stretched for a little bit, and I'm sure that's what the governments are probably thinking, like, how long can this fucking last for before we just have to risk people's health, in order for everything to fucking not crash, right? And it sucks because, like, I have no fucking idea. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, well, I'll be okay. I'm like, they won't shut down construction. I'm like, people need roads and fucking, things need to be fixed. And then fucking, they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to shut down because of the coronavirus. I'm like, holy fuck. You son of a bitch. So, like, now even that, too. So, I mean, I don't fucking know. It's boggling my brain. I'm just smoking dope, trying not to fucking think about it too much.
That's the truth, man. That's the truth. That's hilarious. And you do construction, right? So
yeah.
What's going on there? You say that basically the contracts are stopped, like they're not building roads anymore.
Because we like are.
What's going on?
Well, I'm assuming that the city, like, we do most of our jobs for, like, City of Guelph and, like, City of whatever.
Yeah. And
I'm assuming that they're probably saying, like, you know what, we're not fucking doing any jobs because of this coronavirus. But then I was thinking, like, well, we could still do some things. Like, there could be a guy in an excavator that's just in his cab digging, one guy in a dump truck getting filled, and maybe one guy on the ground, like, directing, and no one's really in contact with each other. So, like, you could do certain things, right? Nope. Shutting it down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's because they just don't feel like people would abide by the rules, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And some construction sites can't stay open because they're just too many people.
It's just too hard. Yeah, there's too many running parts, right?
Yeah, and so many different trades and people all working together, and they've got to get together in those meetings in the what do you call them, the trailers where they get together and have the foremans all meet up and stuff and check out the blueprints, like that. Everybody's touching the pages and talking and being in those rooms together. That's not good. Or even if they're standing next to each other looking at the same clipboard, that's too close.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna work.
Yeah, everything's shut down.
Yeah.
And then there's fucking schools are gonna be shut down all fucking year.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. What's that like for you at home? The kids are stoked.
Brutal, man. No, Naomi's like, she's frustrated every day. We're like trying to keep her occupied and like do school stuff with her and stuff. But like, especially with Naomi, like she's so used to having a routine, right? So like, I could figure like, okay, a couple days because she's used to having a weekend. The week, okay, maybe because you can stretch it, but 2-3 weeks, like. I don't fucking know how she's gonna, like, she's always asking like school. She's walking around here with her fucking backpack. So like we're trying to like make like little school things. Like we had like a little school session and stuff, you know what I mean?
That's good.
But she's not a dummy. Like none of her friends are here. So she's obviously like, hey, like where the fuck's my friend? Where's my teacher? Like what the hell? So she's frustrated, right?
Yeah.
So you can like she's definitely her frustration level has raised since there's been no school.
Yeah.
Which really sucks. Hard. And the worst part is like there's nowhere to take her except for like going out for a walk. You can't take her to the fucking playground.
Yeah.
Because we're told not to do that.
It's shut
down. Go to the library. Yeah.
I don't know if it is
any fun. Everything's shut down.
Yeah, out here all the playgrounds are
parks,
all
yeah, they already said you're not
off.
Don't go to the parks, don't go anywhere. Like so you can't take her to like a fun indoor playground or fucking, so you literally have to try and entertain her yourself, which is fine. Like I'm up for the task, but she's like, this is fucking weird.
Isn't it so interesting? I mean? It's so telling about our society. I think this whole thing it's such a trip because we get to step back and think about, well, what is life like now that we don't have all these other things to keep us entertained?
And it's such a good thing. Like we're going through a bad thing, but it's creating positivity, and it is making people aware. Like we are stuck in our fucked up ways and how we're going, and like we keep going this way, the world's gonna we're not gonna survive because we're all gonna be fucking stupid.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like everyone's just fucking brain dead these days. Yep. No one thinks. No one has common sense anymore.
No one reads
books. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you take fucking, I always say, like, anytime you take 100 people or 50, like just say 100 people from our society right now, okay, and you stick them on a fucking island, and you take 100 other people from, like, say, I don't know, World War II era, the 50s and 60s, where like men and women stayed together, they worked fucking hard, didn't fuck around, and you put 100 of those people and 100 of those people on an island, and I fucking guarantee you that the 100 people from back in the olden days are gonna whoop the shit out of the 100 people now.
Yeah.
Because we're so used to having our technology and Googling and doing all this, and you take that away from everybody, they're gonna be sitting there stunned, scratching their heads, while these people from back in the day are fucking building fucking houses and building villages.
Yeah.
Or whatever,
and happy about it too,
and excited about it too. Yeah,
appreciative of every day, just like, woo!
And being loyal to each other.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like back in the day, it wasn't like how it is. Like it's hard to find an honest relationship these days, or a fucking honest friend, or a fucking honest partner in business. Like everything's so corrupt and fucked up these days, man. Like like it wasn't. Someone told me once, like, like when the mafia was like big and like big time, they said like people were like, oh, I wish it was like back then, like when the mafia was like getting control, and they just like, even though the mafia was dangerous and they fucked up each other, they controlled the neighborhoods, controlled the crime around the neighborhoods. Yeah. People were walking around safe, even though like the mafia, like as long as you didn't fuck with the mafia, you know what I mean, and cross them, you were good. You could walk around the neighborhood. You don't have to worry about getting fucking mugged or jumped. You know what I mean?
But they also ruled off of corruption and forcing people to do things and paying them for protection and stuff like that. So I mean, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows for those people in those neighborhoods. But yeah, I understand that sometimes you need is that what you're saying though, that maybe the government needs to be like the mafia, and then everybody would just fucking be chill? Because that's kind of what it's like in China, isn't it? Like that's what everybody. I mean, everyone that I talk to, like you can't, you don't even know what's going on over there.
Man. We're like, okay, like I'm not all for like, someone steals and you take them out in the middle of the street and you chop off their fucking hand in the middle of the road and shit like that. But like some of these other countries, man, like their fucking people are in line. Mm-hmm. They don't fuck around because they don't want the consequences. And like our law down here is such a fucking joke that people just don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, I'll get a slap on the wrist, or they don't listen to the government because they think the government's a fucking joke. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think like this crisis particularly, I think the government needs to show like, hey, we're not fucking around. We can take control if we really have to, and kind of show people like this is it.
That's what's gonna happen though. That's
what I think is gonna happen.
A big issue. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and preach and say that it's going to happen for sure, 100%. But I mean, I definitely feel like it's headed in that direction. There's people that are pissed off right now, and they are gonna get to the point where they're gonna start going to any means to protect themselves and to make sure that they have enough supplies for their family to make sure that they survive. And it's gonna get to a point where that scares people. And they're gonna react in ways that are gonna put their lives in danger, and the government's gonna have to step in and put the foot down and be like, if you don't follow by our rules, you are going to die. Basically, it's gonna I don't want to be that much of an extremist and say that that's 100% gonna happen, but I definitely feel like it's headed in that direction for sure.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, right. Like, I don't know.
Might not happen though. Might be all peaceful. Might be able to just say, "Hey, stay inside, and we'll get through this." And it'll be
maybe in 2 weeks they'll say, "Hey, you know what? We found this fucking cure. All you gotta do is fucking take 2 of these."
The cure's definitely not. No, that's not coming in 2 weeks. I don't think, unless it's some bullshit. There's no way a legit cure is gonna be coming out in 2 weeks.
Unless they've already had this plan and they have a cure and they're just like stretching it out. But yeah, I don't know.
There you go with your planning.
I don't know. I mean, who knows? It could this shit could have just came out of the fucking ice for all we know. All the fucking ice melting, trapping fucking diseases for millions of years.
You haven't heard the official story or what they're painting on mainstream media is what started it?
No, I heard like rumors like because of how much ice has been breaking off and like
what conspiracy theorist fucking website are you on?
I don't know if I was talking. I don't know. I don't know if I was talking to you. But
the viruses are trapped in the ice, and now 60% of the ice in the North Atlantic is melting and is releasing the virus.
You know what it was? It was fucking. You know how they were like chipping off like iceberg ice for like liquor or like bottles or something? Like they were like selling like Antarctica ice water or some shit. Back like last year or 2 years ago or something. It was all over the fucking internet.
Was it a scam? Like they just had like some regular tap water and they're like Antarctica ice water.
Remember like when they were trying to sell like the Antarctica ice or fucking the ice cubes, like the Antarctica ice cubes, right? Yeah. And where was that? No idea. Okay, well yeah, we definitely saw it on something. Which we hope was somewhat legit, and that's what they were talking about. Like, oh, why would you want to have fucking ice cubes from fucking icebergs that have been like frozen for millions of years, and now you're just letting off fucking diseases and shit.
What people were commenting and saying that?
Yeah, on this thing.
I don't know. I think maybe there might be a little bit.
It could be bullshit.
There might be a little bit of truth to that. Who knows? But I seriously doubt that that's where it's coming from. What the official story that they're trying to paint on the news, if you haven't heard yet, is that it started in a meat market in China. Because
I heard that.
Yeah, in those areas they just have like all these animals like dead laying on the ground.
Well, fuck! I heard it came from a fucking snake and a bat too. fucking
From where? Who
was
said
right,
that?
Brittany? A snake,
A snake
what
bit a
was it?
rat.
A snake and a rat, but no, a snake and a bat. Fucking like bite or like something like that.
Well, you saw in the Contagion movie there. It at the end of the movie they show the scene of it's like a bat picks up the fruit or something, eats it.
Maybe that's what it was.
And then flies and then drops it, and then the pig eats it, and then the pig gets taken to a different farm and then slaughtered, and then the butcher who slaughtered it touches the pig's tongue, and then he touches the girl's hand, and then that's how it started the spread. In that movie, that's what it's saying. But,
Okay.
Who knows what officially happened and how it got.
But you're saying like they were saying that it came from like the markets and
these
in
meat markets
in
China. Yeah, these places where they just have, bats and
raw like octopus,
whatever. Yeah, all sorts of different animals. I don't know if they have.
I guess,
dogs,
I guess
cats.
there's like some weird ass shit that they fucking eat. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean they seem healthy,
but I don't know. The biggest issue with this is that everybody wants to blame them, and I've seen a few people posting and talking about like things wouldn't be this way if it wasn't for the Chinese people and the getting these diseases and unleashing them. Like everybody's saying it's because the news keeps painting this picture of the epicenter is
Trump
China.
called it the Chinese virus.
Exactly. Well, not even just that, but I mean most news stations are painting that narrative, and people are just reacting in whatever ways that they can. But like the worst thing to do is blame, play the blame game. It's like, and that could have happened anywhere. You're saying that it was gross in China in the meat markets. You don't think that there's grosser, like more unsanitary places in any other part of this world? Fucking everywhere, dude. Africa has tons of places, in Europe, all over.
Traveling from country to country, like
oh man, spreading disease everywhere. But there's dirty places, and they have places like the meat markets in China, just like that in other places where it's fucking the world is fucked, man. The way that disease can spread is so easy, and so I don't think it's fair to just blame Chinese people. It is what it is.
Yeah, you gotta blame fucking the whole world and society, the way we let things get.
Yeah.
It's just nasty, man. Like I see some of those pictures of those markets, man. Like it makes I fucking almost puke just looking at this shit. It's fucking nasty. God damn.
I bet you vegetarians are losing their fucking minds. They're like, why did you not eat plants? If you just ate plants and did not kill the animals, the fucking world would be fine right now. Fuck.
Totally.
Lettuce will save the world. Carrots.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
Straight up. Yeah. Vegetarians will rule the world. There'll be no diseases in their food and their lettuces, their salads.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna rock another popper, then I'll go fucking go.
Let's do this. It's a good chat, brother.
Yeah, man. It's
crazy times we're living in here, man.
Yeah, I was all excited for you to fucking get down here eventually, man. And now we might have to fucking can't go anywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little while probably before I can.
Like, are they still allowing like people on planes and shit, or is that all stopped now?
I don't think so, and I don't think anybody who has a flight booked wants to go anywhere.
Right? Like, not even like through in like Canada, like through province to province. Like, everyone should just stay like where they're at, right?
Yeah, pretty sure. I think that's what it is, and they need to sanitize every aircraft and every fucking airport that's out there right now. Just like keep everybody out of it. But I don't know. It's so weird though, dude. I was literally picking up people from the airport like a few days before all this shit happened. I was like, it's just a regular thing. Like, I go and pick up whenever my homies come through or whatever, go pick them up. And it's like, this is not,
dude, my fucking neighbor, his job is like one of those like, cab companies, but like it's for like, airport service, whatever, like airport shuttle.
Yeah.
So like that's what the guy next door to me does every fucking day. He just drives people to the airport and shit. And I'm like, I talk to him all the time.
And so what's he saying? He's just
No,
like, I'm not doing it.
he seems fine. No, he still does it. But I was just like sitting there. I'm like, I was trying to think. I'm like, well, I'm not really around anybody that's like flying and like shit like that, right?
Or traveling, but he's around a lot of travelers, probably.
But yeah, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, this guy is all day long just fucking driving people to the fucking airport.
Straight up. Now, isn't it so fucked? We have to literally analyze who we're chilling with now, who we're hanging out with, and we got to be more investigative.
Robbie, I can't even fucking shop normal anymore.
Right?
I went to a grocery store today. Actually, I went to Shoppers because I just wanted to grab a couple things so I didn't have to go out for the next couple of days, right? And I'm walking around here and I'm feeling pick up a buggy, like a basket.
Yeah.
And I'm like sitting here, I'm like, do I like put my hand in my coat and grab it with my coat? I'm like, do I grab it with my hand? I'm like asking myself all these fucking questions, and I've only been in the store for fucking 60 seconds, man.
Yeah, you really got.
And then I'm like, and then people are like walking around shopping, and I'm like, do I walk by this person? Do I wait for this person to like walk down the aisle before I walk down the aisle? I'm like having anxiety shopping.
Mm-hmm. And
not
just for yourself, for other people too. You're like,
are they gonna? I don't want to make them uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, it's so
weird.
Like,
I know I'm healthy, but these people don't know me for nothing. And then, like, I smoked a popper like before I went to town, right? So like I had a scratchy throat because the bong just like it fucked me up, right? And I had to cough. I had to cough so bad, okay, that it was like I was literally like getting to the point where like I was gonna like sneeze and cough so bad because I tried to hold it in for so long. Instead of just fucking coughing like a normal fucking person in my arm or whatever. But because of this fucking coronavirus, I'm like, oh god, if you fucking cough, people are gonna think you're fucking spreading diseases and shit.
every time I have a cough coming on, I'm just like, nope, can't do it. Just hold it in, hold it in, especially in public places too. You can't. Yeah, you just can't do it. I'm feeling healthy as fuck though. So I don't think I have it. I think everybody that I've been in contact with is pretty good right now. So
yeah.
Even right now, I almost coughed right now. I had to second guess myself. Don't want to cough on the microphone right
now.
And
you're just talking on the phone. Yeah.
Sketchy,
crazy.
Bro. Sketchy times.
Crazy,
yeah.
Bro. I hate it, but it is what it is right now, right?
Yeah.
But maybe it's a wake up call, right? Maybe we'll all fucking start washing our hands more and
taking care of each other, and the planet will reset and get back to an amazing state of beauty, and we'll recognize that the stars in the sky are fucking incredible, and it sucks that we can't see them because all of the lights in the cities are on all the time because nobody ever shuts down, and we just keep going all the time.
They should make like a mandatory like we have all these holidays and we have all these like special days for people. Like, why can't we have like special times or like my laundry? I have peak hours to do my laundry and non-peak hours to do my laundry. Why can't you just implement a thing? Say, yo, at 2:00 till 4:00, shut down everything.
Yeah.
Let the planet regenerate for those 2 hours. We're gonna do that once a month, maybe once a week, and we're gonna fucking help this planet fight back. And let's really fucking start changing I really hope they just start thinking like we really gotta step it up.
People are on that wavelength, dude, and I just saw
like the governments too though, man. Like, stop being chintzy with the money and just, if we need to invest in electric cars, invest in the shit. We need to get these countries to get on track with all these other countries and stop polluting so much, and like just stop talking about it, just do the fucking shit.
We don't have the time.
Like, just do it. Yeah, it's too late. We should have been doing this shit years ago. You know what I mean? Like, years ago we should have been doing this shit. Now I feel like we're way behind on track. So I hope fucking everyone gets on board.
No, Cam Guthrie, the mayor of Guelph, actually just made a post today where he was saying, I really hope that this makes people realize that it's nice to stop and take a break. And he's like, I hope that this makes businesses want to go back to every Sunday shutting down. Because remember, that was a thing. And everyone was like, oh, it sucks because it's a
Sunday
religious
was family
thing.
day.
Yeah, I know, but it was a day
Sunday
of God,
dinner with the family,
day of worship and stuff, and people would just hate on it for that. But it was really good for getting people a chance to just stop for a second. Most businesses, if they're open and they're a self-owned business, they're a 7-day-a-week business. Most of those business owners work every fucking day.
They don't
take
stop.
days off. Especially if they have staff.
And some
costs.
people can't afford to.
No,
they just can't afford to stop. Right?
100%.
It's a vicious cycle. Once you're going, you constantly have to go. And then when do you ever get a break? Right? Like, I feel like you're right. As a world, we do need to we have the technology. We're smart enough individuals that why can't we just slow the fuck down once in a while and just, like I said, take a breath,
Spend time with family and friends.
So
appreciate life.
good.
All right. Shall we burn?
Are you ready?
Shall we burn on that?
Good. All
right. Cheers. 3, 2, 1. Don't cough.
Ooh, shit.
Showing signs of sickness.
Oh, that was a good one.
Hell yeah. That was lit. All right, brother.
Hey, dude.
Respects. Good talking with you.
A bit. Yeah, you too, man. We'll talk to you a bit.
Oh, shit. Now I'm coughing. It's contagious. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Catching it through the radio waves.
Through the phone, yeah.
All right.
Hey, man. Talk to you later.
Peace, bro.
Peace.
All right. That was my good homie Chase from back in Ontario, out near Guelph. And, yeah, that was a little podcast, little talk. And, yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Much love. Peace, love, respects. Stay safe out there. Hey, bro.